mining equipment. And it's old. Really old.
There's lyrium all through these rocks. I'm not surprised people tried to get at it.
Those scuff marks. That looks like someone was...
Don't want to think about it.
We have to find them. There's someone close. I think I can feel them. Keep looking.
Now demons?
They mentioned it may be patchy. Because it's patchy.
I'd die in there. Thank you.
It's okay. You're safe now.
a way to get there. Look, there's a way through here. Someone else is close by. Come on. You're safe now.
Harding, what's happening?
It means we're on the right track. Stay here. You'll be safe.
Locked. Harding, can you... Thanks, Harding.
That wasn't me, Rook. I didn't move that.
What do you mean?
I don't know what to tell you.
Worry about that later. Demons coming.
I think this is the last one.
I think that's Veilguard.
Lace Harding, you should not have come.
You needed help.
We know it's a trap.
You still came. You fools. You magnificent fools.
What happened?
The memory is clouded. I recall a cry in the shadows, and then nothing. I awoke in darkness, pressed against the stone. No room to even breathe. Time lost meaning. There was a voice in my ears murmuring in despair.
Did you recognize the voice? Who was it?
A shade. A rot within the stone.
And it's after me. The only way to stop it is to face it.
Don't. It will consume you.
You, mister, need to rest. I'll handle it. Farther in. That's where the Titan's heart is. That's where I have to go. That's where it ends.
The Titan's heart? Are we in an actual Titan? How do you...
I just know.
You seem far too relaxed for someone about to face something that wants to eat you.
I'm terrified. Don't tell the others.
I won't. Promise.
I'm ready.
Red lyrium's usually blighted. This isn't that. It's just lyrium that's angry.
Do those crystals look kind of veiny? Or is it just me?
Over there. The heart. That's where I have to go. I don't understand.
It, looks like you. All right, everyone. Breathe. We can handle this.
Look at me! Don't you remember? They broke us into a million pieces, and this is all that's left!
Anger. And pain. My anger and my pain.
You cast me out!
I couldn't bear it. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Did They built their world on the wreckage of us. Vengeance is all we have.
Run! What's she doing?
She'll bring the cavern down, or worse, we have to get to her. We're not leaving hard enough. We can still get through to her. Harding! This has to stop! You'll kill us all!
Don't you understand what they did? The elves ripped away our dreams so the earth would be still. Why should they thrive while we lie broken and forgotten? Harding! You have to stop, or you'll kill us all!
I told you to run!
We don't leave people behind.
I remember all of it. Everything the Avenurus did to the Titans. And now the world will remember!
You're Lace Harding. You're more than this rage. You believe that the world is beautiful, that people are good. Hold on to it. Hold on to who you are.
You took everything from us. And you thought you won. But we're still here. We're different. But we're not gone. We will thrive in spite of you. That was intense. My mind's still clearing. Anyway, you ready to go?
Let's get you home.
Stalgard and the others are returning to Kal Shirak to spread word of what happened. They'll need to be strong in the coming days. We all will.
Yep, absolutely. Anyway,
You're trying to figure out how to ask me how I am. Something breezy, but not too flippant.
good words are so hard.
I used to worry that I'd lose myself to the Titans. But I wouldn't even be here without them, would I? How could I lose myself when they were always a part of me?
So, what's next for you?
First, we stop the Elven Gods. And after that, well, one step at a time. See where it takes me.
Trust yourself. I do.
You're just a bottomless well of support, aren't ya?
I try.
Oh, and I don't know if I said thank you, so thank you, Rook. I wouldn't be here without you.
She felt it all over. Her attraction to the hero, a powerful but properly contained tingle, nearly exquisite. Properly contained. No, sounds bad. Okay, cut the middle line, much more natural.
What are you working on?
Oh! Rook! I didn't see you. What did you hear?
Not sure what it was, but it sounded pretty good.
Oh, really? Well, thank you. Nev found me more serials. I've read them, all of them, multiple times. And I thought maybe I could try it, writing my own, I mean. Not like Varric Tethris, but my own sort of thing. For me, and people like me. Something to focus on besides Syrian and all of that. And you know, you're also interesting. It helps for inspiration.
You're pretty interesting yourself.
Oh, thank you. I don't know if I've ever seen myself that way.
You're smart and talented, skilled and passionate, and you're kind. I'm pretty happy we met. Reality bubble aside.
That's nice. Really nice. And, well, it raises a question. An important one. Us. I mean, that's the question. Do you want an us? I mean, romantically? Okay, worst possible way to ask that.
It isn't the worst way, and I am interested.
Oh, okay, that's... wow, great. And now I don't know what comes next. I think we're supposed to dance or eat food together? I don't know, lots of options. Deciding is hard, and I've never done this. Not really.
You've never had a romantic relationship?
Well, one, for a little while, with Irulan. But things just kind of kept getting in the way. And it's all a little more limited. When you're out in the middle of nowhere, I mean.
I think we just do whatever feels right in the moment. It's not like there's a guide with rules we might break.
Right. Of course. Improvisation. It's not what I'm used to, but I'm learning. From you. Yeah, so let's just see where this goes. Together.
Is that Zara Renata? This place isn't big enough to keep every corpse you guys find.
Zara spoke to Ilario before she died. Emmerich can talk to the dead. I have to know.
I wouldn't have offered my skills if I thought it was unsafe. Let flame rekindle your sight. Let breath and light rise again. Tell us about Ilario della Morte.
Martyrs. He fooled us both.
Elaborate.
You took what he wanted most in this world. More than coin, pleasure, family.
The title of First Talon.
Jealousy is a powerful motivator.
I thought he cared enough to grant me a quick death. Why imprison me and risk everything?
An improvisation on this one's part. You had too much potential to die so young.
And Katerina? Did Ilario hire you to kill her?
No.
Ilario used blood magic to control spite. How? He's not a mage.
Our risen god gives many gifts.
Elganon? Ilario's working with Elganon.
Her spirit strong. Haste would be appreciated.
Let her go. We've heard enough.
You believe her?
She has reason enough to hurt both you and Ilario.
Sometimes the truth hurts more than lies.
What are you going to do?
Take away everything from him.
Venatori ransacked a shop near the plaza. Templars let it happen.
The Knight Commander interfering again. Isn't there something you can do about him? He answers to the Chantry.
I'm running into obstacles. He's got protection in the Magisterium. Greetings, Rook.
You good?
They finally took down both the Blighted Dragons.
Get the new supplies, will ya?
Of course.
Got some new supplies. Take a look. Keep safe out there.
Anything I can chase down?
There's dangerous fanatics, then there's Aelia. She's loose in Docktown, and we're in the dark.
What's the plan?
The Threads and Aelia's Venatori are at war. Quiet, of course. Neither side wants Templars on them. We stay in the Threads' graces. They share what they know.
What about Rana? Can she help?
I told Rana that Aelia's back. She needs the warning. As for help, Rana wants to be an example. Not sure where that goes anymore.
You're worried about her?
I'm worried about everyone. Tired enough to admit it.
Rook, you showed up. What if we offer you more thread blackmail?
Play nice, Alec. We all want Aelia gone. You know I'll do what it takes.
We know people in this town. Neighbors. When they don't turn up on the rounds, we notice. Aelia used the Threads for dirty work. Stolen relics, muscle, spies. These people, they disappear.
And you haven't reported it?
We're not looking for attention. Besides, what have Templars and Magisters done for us lately?
We've got you. And you won't stop looking. I've got names, missing ones, all yours. No catch.
We're local, we know that's a lie. Just give me a catch I can live with.
But you're so hard to please.
This is war. We find Aelia, we kill her. Give the cult something to think about. You find her, you do the same. Rook may think she's better than us. Maybe you play along. But you're one of us, Gallus. And Docktown's ours.
To Docktown. From the people who breathe it, bleed for it, no one's got its back like we do.
To a better Docktown. And doing the best we can till then.
You go far.
To home.
Everything's calm. Looks like the candles worked.
Greetings, Rook.
Have you ever tried to cook food with your fire breath?
Once. I melted through the pot.
Oh.
And set the kitchen floor on fire.
Oh dear.
I don't think we can do that right. right now.
Why is this bottle so light? Did something just move inside?
Okay.
Let me know if you need my help the next time you leave for the mortal world. Now, what do you have to say for yourself?
Did I miss something?
Since we're here to gather flowers for the dead, I thought I'd teach Manfred some plant names. But I just caught him attempting to wade into a rose bush.
Emmerich, how could you stay annoyed at that face? Skull.
Oh, Manfred. Whatever will happen to you if I pass on?
If?
Ah, there's something I'd like to talk about. Do you know what a lich is, Rook?
Lich. That's old Tevin for corpse, isn't it?
A lich is a mage transformed into one of the undead while retaining their true, original consciousness. The idea fascinated me when I was younger. For years, I researched and experimented, spoke with spirits and mages. Then, eventually, I found them.
Who?
The Lich Lords of the Grand Necropolis. Necromancers before me who'd transformed themselves into true living dead.
Well, didn't need to sleep tonight.
They're unlikely to visit your slumber. The Liches are the great protectors of the necropolis, bulwarks against forces that threaten creation. After years of tests and rituals, they granted me my desire, the right to attempt lichdom.
Well, that's great for a necromancer, right?
It is a singular opportunity.
Good?
Lichdom is an incredible honor. Immortality, prestige, the most hallowed ranks of the Watchers, as well as a chance to be of service past my allotted years. But there are considerations. Come, we have flowers to gather for the dead.
Okay, but I've got questions.
Blue creepvine. This will do nicely.
Emmerich, aren't most undead just random spirits inside corpses?
Liches are different. It wouldn't be a spirit acting in my name. My true consciousness would be housed in my departed flesh.
How?
The Order must keep some secrets. Moon blossoms, famed in verse and song.
Smells like perfume. Do liches have a sense of smell?
I've been told that while some of my senses will dull, others will become available. Other than that, I can't say if the flowers would still hold their bloom for me. Lichdom serves a purpose. There are dark things in creation, threats to both our world and the Fade. The Liches of the Necropolis have the insight and the abilities to oppose them.
And you're joining them when?
Certain elements have held me back. There's no ready instructions for lichdom. The steps must be discovered on one's own over years to be fully understood.
Does the spell to become a lich kill you, or do you have to...
No, mercifully, that falls to another Watcher. After my death, my soul will be drawn back into my body instead of moving on to whatever lies beyond.
So, what's holding you back from lichdom?
Even with all my preparations, there's a chance I could die permanently during the rites. What cowardice! A promise of immortality, an end to all my fears, and the final veil stays my hand.
That's reasonable. Lots of people are afraid of dying.
Is it? When it keeps me from what I most desire? Traditionally, candidates for lichdom face one final sifting of the soul. If they avoid it, you saw my old colleague.
Hezenkos. She's a lich.
A half-lich, though that hasn't diminished her powers. Until I stop her plans, I won't possess the peace of mind for lichdom. Why don't you select the next flowers, Rook?
Sure. So what's a half-lich exactly?
Johanna attempted the rites of lichdom and failed. Stuck in her in-between state, she is supremely dangerous, but can't learn any new magic.
No wonder Hezenkos was shouting so much.
No, she's always been that way.
What about the sifting of a soul that Hezenkos avoided?
The spirits of the necropolis judge whether a candidate is worthy of the power and responsibility of lichdom.
How'd she become a lich without it?
I shared some knowledge when we were colleagues. She apparently put together more than I knew. It would be just like her to skip the rituals, the cleansings, the preparations of the soul.
For a watcher, Hezenkos is pretty harsh on spirits.
We made allowances because of her discoveries. Too many. Spirits are not things to be disposed of.
You really care about them?
They're so susceptible to the world's whims, Rook. Some spirits are dangerous, but how quickly most respond to a bit of kindness, or care, or simple attempt to understand. For all she's done, I can't condemn Johanna for attempting lichdom. That freedom from mortality, that divorce from fear. And of course, time to read all of one's books.
Of course.
But how she's abused her abilities. Are my intentions enough to fare better?
Worrying's a good sign.
We have enough flowers. There's something I'd like to show you. Here we are.
Oh, so these flowers are for...
Yes. If you could place them on the graves, please.
In memory of Rupert and Eleonora Volcarin, they walk eternity hand in hand.
After I became a watcher, I erected a proper shrine to my parents. When I come to talk, I like to think they listen. Well, don't be shy. Introduce yourself.
Rook, it's a pleasure. Do you remember your parents?
Some memories are bright. Others are akin to those dim, early morning dreams one gets sometimes. Lately, I wondered what they'd think of our current course, the choices ahead.
Your lichdom?
What would they have wanted me to be?
I can tell you what I think they'd want you to be.
What's that?
Happy. You could always speak with your folks, couldn't you?
My parents last saw me as a boy. By the time I mastered my corpse whispering, I was a man. If I woke them, there might be a flash of recognition, or... Besides, if I speak to too many other spirits, Manfred might grow jealous.
Can't have that.
He'd be impossible, I agree.
So you met a god in the flesh. How are you feeling about it?
Well, our gods, technically. It's a little weird. More than a little, but honestly, it makes things easier.
How do you mean?
Well, they're real, but also, they're pretty evil and don't seem to care much about prayers. So it's suddenly very not complicated, you know?
Whatever keeps things simple.
I don't understand why you're bringing so many books.
Well, I don't see what your objections are to my taking a canopy.
We're only going for 2 days.
You've hardly brought more than a flask and a bedroll.
Should I send a search party out for you two in a couple of days?
No.
Of course not.
Mm-hmm.
Emmerich wants to see more of Ferelden, so we're going camping. But he's treating it like we're going to an academic thing.
An expedition can have its earthly comforts.
You want to bring a shaving kit in the woods.
My dear Harding, a gentleman is never without a brush and a razor.
The whole point of going to the wilds is to get away from all that. So what if you get muddy and smell a little bad?
One can enjoy the scenery while remembering to bathe.
Harding, does it really matter if Emmerich brings 8 books?
9, actually.
And Emmerich, so what if Harding is fine sleeping on dirt?
Not all the time. Okay, Rook, I know. This trip's supposed to be fun.
I really have looked forward to you showing me more of your home, Harding.
Me too. Oh, and I'll make us sandwiches.
Ah, your famous ham and jam slam?
Well, yam and jam slam because you don't eat meat. So I'll use yams.
How thoughtful. Thank you, Harding.
Supper in Docktown? What's the occasion? I've got leads to chase on Aelia and Docktown's missing people. A few sources will only talk if I'm alone. But if you're around after, you help me uncover all this. Supper's on me.
Sure. Count me in. Oh, great. Is it your turn to cook? What's all this gonna be?
Paella. Well, 2 of them. One without seafood for Emmerich.
So you're making dinner for the team twice.
Everyone has to eat.
Yes, but you make fancy dishes with names. I cook whatever I find in the pantry and hope no one dies.
Cooking is just a hobby. Sometimes it's good to do something that isn't work. I've never really faced any problem too big to solve. Now there's Spine, the gods, Treviso. It's hard to ever feel you're doing enough. But here, now, I have people I can care for. Something as small as providing a treat feels big enough to matter.
and ice, light and blood. Another blow to the gods, Dweller.